Hello, hello, hello. Gotta bear with me just for a second. Vito, who we call the car, I'm gonna have to turn you around so Vito is clean. Who's Vito? Vito is the car. Since the accident, well, first of all, let me erase. Hello, hello, hello. My name is Jay. Welcome back to my channel. Today is, you're in the right place if you want to have our daily bread. I am just, didn't get yesterday done. I had, did a huge, spending some time with Ray, and it was some quality time that was very, very well needed. But today he is going to be doing some smoking and some barbecuing. We're gonna get some turkey hamburgers and some brats, and he has pork chops and he has chicken. So Vito is officially clean. It gets here in El Paso, the dust is just outrageous, and so it's about 11 o'clock in the morning, I should say, and I've not had 11:30. I have not had. I'm opening up a Diet A&W. It's like a new craving or a new thing I have. So let's rear it in. So today is July 6th. It's a Saturday. I hope everyone had a safe, good 4th of July with their family and friends. Miss Ava, are you okay? That's her pug. No. Mommy's right here. Oh, no, you leave Sir Charles alone, Ava. She's talking. Ava is our pug, and she is an elder. We have rescued her. She was abandoned, and it was a situation where there's a lot of pugs here in El Paso that people abandon. It's just horrendous. And of course, Miss Ginger. Mommy's hurting bad. Mommy's hurting bad. You wanna come up? Oh, Luna, no. Be nice to Sir Charles, guys. We're gonna go chase them. But Charles always comes in when I record, so he must know that Mommy's recording. Can you take one more drink? Yes. I can just get it on. I haven't even read this. I don't even know if I'm going to have any difficulties, but that is okay. I think I have everything I need. Hello, Miss Paloma. This one, hi. This is, yeah, everyone, Charles. Hello, baby. This one little girl here had a really hard time with 4th of July. We rescued her. She's a young one, but the little kids were shooting her with BB guns 2 years ago. So fireworks are really, 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 really hard on her. So we're going to see if we can get to, we'll see what the vet, your eyes are filthy, girlfriend. You've got to clean those eyes. With an ointment to rub inside their ear, then taking a pill to calm her, so her anxiety was so high. But you're good now, you're good now. So yeah, this is Miss Paloma, which means dove in Spanish, Paloma. So we are going to read, it says, the title of this is Starting Now, No Fighting. Please, the both of you. And we're still going to be going through the part of the Bible is going to be going through Job and also the Acts. So what they're doing is they're taking joining two different situations or parts. I apologize. Yeah, okay, see that? Yeah, okay. This is probably going to be redone. It's okay. Let's go ahead and get this going. It says starting now on July 6th of 2019. When my oldest sister biopsy revealed a cancer in the late February of 2017, I remarked to a friend, I need to spend as much time with Caroline as possible starting now. Hold on. Okay. some told me my feelings were overreaction to the news, but she died within 10 months. And even though I had spent hours with her, when we love someone, there's never enough time for our hearts to be loved enough. The Apostle Peter called Jesus' followers in the early church to love each other deeply. They have suffering under persecution and needed the love of their brothers and their sisters in the Christian community more than ever. Because God has poured His own love into our hearts, they would then want to love others in return. Their love would be expressed through praying, offering graciously hospitality, and gently and truthful conversations, all in the strength of God provides. Through His grace, God had gifted them to sacrificially serve each other for His good purpose, so that in all things God may be praised through Jesus Christ. This is God's powerful plan to accomplish His will through us. We need others, and they need us. Let's use whatever time or resources we have received from God to love, starting now. How Miss Paloma I think she's cleaning me because I cleaned the car. I don't know, but I'm going to be reading the questions now. And it says, how have others loved you well? And the second question is, I'll be there in a few moments. Okay? What have you received from God that you might use to serve someone today? Number one again. Question number one. How have others loved you well? And number two's question. What have you received from God that you might use to serve someone today? I first want to give you an update. And this will be for answering number one's question. I have told you, I think in 2 videos back, 2 to 3, that I had sent a letter to my neighbor. And I had apologized for me not being truthful and not I thought it was best for me not to bring up a situation for the fact I didn't want to cause drama, and it wouldn't cause drama is my insecurities, my fear, my frustration. But the thing is that the time that I lost of carrying on those emotions and those feelings, I lost some quality time. But I got a letter back. She messaged me. And she came back with open arms. And I was very, very thankful. And I God heard my prayers. He really did. And He must have heard her prayers, because she's very grateful, and she even invited us to come together and go out to dinner as couples. And I thought that was very nice, very, very nice. It was something heavy on me that I needed to release. And it was something that I needed to be truthful to myself. There are times where And I am bad, I'm guilty of this. We have family members where we get angry and we say something very, very wicked, and there are years that you go along and then sometimes you just forget, why was I mad at that individual? The fear of not facing it and talking about the situation is very, very difficult, but you will have that released, and it's tough. Believe me, I understand. It is very, very tough. I know when my father had passed, it seems like I was rushing so many things within those 5 days of all the years I didn't have with him. And I remember, you know, I got to know the man listening to the people who came and visited my father and saying stories that they had experienced with my dad, and I was able to see my father smile, and I was able to see my dad laugh, and you know, it was a very humbling experience to finally to see the gentleman at that time. The thing, I guess, in this situation is, in starting now, is even having your relationship with God. You know, you could still be very angry with God, and because he didn't answer a prayer, or you feel forgotten, or he's not hearing you. Believe me, of the nights of terror and tears and anxiety, and I sometimes question, but I knew he was it's almost like Job. You can make everything around him horrible, but you can't hurt him. Let him experience. And I had to experience. Now, what have you received from God that you might use to serve someone today? This one has been really, really tough on me for so long. It's taken 50 years to figure it out, and I had to hear it from somebody else to realize that is what's happening. So I told Ray it'd be a quick video, but I don't know now. Growing up, I always knew I was unique, different. Growing up, I always had that sense and able to see through a person's eyes, or look through someone's eyes and see their soul. With that, I could see much more. And I was able to say things that no one else knew. And I always felt a warmth within me. I always knew, growing up, and like I had stated in my other videos, you know, there was a time where I had that paranormal team. There was a time where I was the what you say, the ghost whisperer. And there was a time where people told me, what you do is not good. So I put the veil up, I put the blinders up. And I had a lot of people who used me during those times. What do you see? What do you sense? Or what this is the situation, or will you do a reading? And like I had stated before, there was a time where I took advantage of that. I didn't understand it. I didn't know what it was, but I had faith. So a lot of times we have to put a label or a title on something. Clairvoyant, medium, fortune teller, all kinds of titles. But I have a title today. And I'm so blessed. Because God knows that I fight this. And God gives you gifts, and you just have to be very careful how you utilize these gifts and be thankful and do it in honor of Him. I still today, I'm very careful. And what I do today, even in the past 4 or 5 years, is I pray and I ask for guidance. And it's overwhelming when people look at you and how did you know? And I just am. I don't think I have it written down correctly, but this gentleman was talking to me this past 4th of July. And he was talking, and he's a very spiritual Christian man. Wisdom is God is revealing through the Holy Spirit and is trusting you see when others are unable to see. God is trusting you. So when God works through me, the Holy Spirit, to assist, He's given me wisdom because He trusts me. He knows today this is not going to be used. It's not going, it's an honor of Him. And I have stated before, I don't fear Him. I don't fear of dying, but I fear of not disappointing Him. That's what I fear. So when they say fear God, He just wants you to respect and do not harm and follow the 10 commandments and honor Him and be thankful and be a servant. And so when you have something special, everyone does, a gift, you need to thank Him. What have you received from God that you might use to serve someone today? I am patient, I listen, and I serve in honor of Him. And so in today's reading, it came from 1 Peter chapter 4, verse 7 through 11. Love each other deeply. Like I had stated to you, my neighbor, she's a beautiful woman. She's gone through a lot. And she has a heart of gold. And I'm very, very grateful that she's forgiven me. It was scary. But I'm blessed. So is there someone that you need to start now and be thankful even with Him? I was outside and I should have done this before, but I'm starting now because this is my time with you to let you reflect and understand the importance of having a relationship. So today's prayer is, there is nothing small in the service of God. Nothing small. If you're out and about today or tonight or tomorrow, smile at a stranger. You never know. That can help. Give a compliment. You never know. Start with yourself. Look in the mirror and say, you deserve this. You deserve to have a relationship with him. He's waiting. So, thank you for your patience. Be good to yourself and be good to others, for we do not know what part of their journey they're on. And we'll see you tomorrow. We love you. Thank you.